powered by Riverside FM.
Welcome back to Soul Fire Sessions. I'm Lady RiZe, and of course joined by my favorite co-hosts, Madam Amani and Devar. And this episode is Soul on Fire, igniting passions and purpose. Last week, we found our sexy soul in the storm's eye after that hard climax. Today, we douse it in sacred fuel and light shit up. Madam Amani and I are bringing the holy hydration. Devar is bringing that creative combustion. And together, we're starting a soul arson revolution. Devar, no blushing. We're talking about sacred passion ignition today.
My blush is just my sacral chakra purifying. Let's make some holy sparks.
Ooh, holy sparks. I'm here for it.
You said it. Today, we don't just spark the match. We straddle the flame and say, yeehaw.
Ooh,
Hey.
straddle the flame. I like that.
I love it, and I'm ready. All right, Soul Fire fam. We've sparked the kindling with our sexy souls, but sparks alone won't sustain a SOUL-INFERNO. So let's fuel your fire with the real passion igniters. First up, thawing frozen dreams and lubricating your joy.
Gotta lubricate that joy.
Absolutely.
Nice and slippery.
Yes. So let us take you deep into the moisture system. How do we turn emotional glaciers into raging rivers of desire? So that's going to be our passion ignition, the moisture system. So if you ever feel that intense envy feeling or social alienation, that is a pain in the ass. That's the pain of seeing others light up their passions, careers, or it can also cause deep triggers of envy and a sense of being fundamentally different or broken. Social interactions become draining when you feel you have nothing purposeful or exciting to contribute or share. And it hurts your passion because this envy can breed resentment or withdrawal, making it harder to seek inspiration from others. Feeling alienated reduces opportunities to discover new interests through social connections and reinforces the belief that passion is something other people have, not you. Also, the fog of meaningless and stagnation. That daily life feels like going through the motions without any inherent meaning or direction. Activities, work, and even leisure feel hollow and pointless, leading to profound boredom. And this hurts your passion because passion requires engagement and investment. Just like when we're scrolling on TikTok, what do they always say? Engagement. And people will sit and engage with that, but we have to engage in our own passions. So yes, when everything feels meaningless and there's no spark of interest to pursue, no reason to explore, and no energy to commit to anything new, the fog smothers potential sparks before they can catch. And these pains in the ass often intertwine, creating a complex web that makes starting the journey towards passions feel incredibly daunting. Recognizing them is the first step towards addressing the underlying feelings of purposelessness and creating space for potential sparks to emerge. We have to let our soul get moist to thaw frozen passions. So that's our acronym today to help us get through this. Our soul on fire is moist. And when you're moist, you melt resistance. The ritual, you can take a bath with some Epsom salt and add some orange oil. Do some affirmation. My joy melts fear. So melt resistance. And then next, while we're getting moist, we're going to oxygenate desires. Practice passion breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale passion words like yes or more.
Ooh, that sounds
Mm,
enticing.
yes. So practice your passion breath. And then next, while getting moist, intuitive kindling. So the tool is to body scan. Do some meditation. Check your body out, scan it out. Ask, where does my soul hum? That is your passion epicenter. Next, while getting moist, we're going to sensory spark. Use our senses. That's our chakra clearing. Ignite doing one thing daily just for pleasure. Either dance or put on a silk robe. Maybe even eat some milk or dark chocolate. Devar, we know you don't do chocolate, so what is it going to be for you?
Yeah, for me, it's gonna have to be some hot melted caramel, the kind that you
Mm,
drizzle over ice cream.
I love that. I also love some caramel.
Definitely creamy.
Hmm So, with this sensory spark, you know I have to take a detour. I am your inner balance architect, so I love including chakras in our self love journey here. So, clearing our chakras out, learning all about them here. So, the sacral chakra is the perfect energetic center to activate for sensory spark because it's fundamentally linked to the pleasure of sensation, creativity, flow, and emotional connection. The very fuel for igniting passions through the senses. So here's how to intentionally incorporate sacral chakra work into your sensory spark exploration. You have to set the intention and focus on pleasure, not achievement. How? Before any sensory activity, consciously affirm, I open myself to experiencing pure pleasure and sensation in this moment. Definitely want to open up.
Absolutely.
Allow my sacral chakra to flow freely. Shift your goal from finding passion to simply experiencing delight. Sacral connection. This directly counters the pressure to find purpose and grounds you in the lower chakras' wisdom of present moment enjoyment. Pleasure is the purpose here.
It sure is. So yeah, engage with the element, water and fluidity. How? Actively incorporate water and fluid movement into your sensory exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Taste. Sip water mindfully, noticing its coolness, smoothness, and how it hydrates your body. Enjoy
Mm,
juicy fruits like oranges, mangoes, or watermelon. Even
mm,
try broth-based soups. Touch. Take baths or showers, focusing only on the sensation of water on your skin. Or you can swim or float. Play with watercolors. Move your body fluidly by dancing, swaying, tai chi, any sensual movement. Make sure you're focusing on the feeling of motion, not the form. Who cares what you look like? Sound.
mm-hmm.
Listen to recordings of flowing water. such as ocean waves, rivers, or rain. Listen to fluid, rhythmic music like R&B, classical pieces, or drumming. Sight, watch water flow like a fountain, waves, a stream, or look at art depicting water or fluid forms. Wear or surround yourself with flowing fabrics like silk or satin. Sacral connection. Water is the sacral chakra's element. Engaging with it literally and symbolically activates its energy of flow, adaptability, and sensuality.
Ooh, I
Wow,
love that.
that was a lot of moisture going on there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely focus on your lower belly sensations and breathe. How? During sensory activities, periodically bring your awareness down to your lower abdomen. It's about 2 inches below your navel, the sacral chakra's location. Place a warm hand there gently. Breathe deeply into the area, imagining your breath flowing in and out like gentle waves, nourishing the chakra. Notice any sensations here: warmth, coolness, tingling, movement, spaciousness, or even tightness. Acknowledge it and breathe into it. Sacral connection. That this anchors the sensory experience directly in the energy center associated with pleasure and feeling, moving awareness away from the overthinking head.
Ooh, perfect. A moving awareness away from the overthinking head. I bet that's perfect timing for Milton to pull up, Tristan joining us, for y'all to watch Devar move away from that overthinking head, if you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, then we're going to choose sensory experiences rich in sacral qualities. Taste. We're going to prioritize foods that feel luxurious, juicy, sweet, or decadent in a pleasurable way. So if that's that dark chocolate, or for Devar, we know it's going to be that caramel, some ripe berries, or anything with that creamy texture. You're going to activate your sense of taste and eat slowly, savoring each bite essentially. Then we want to touch. Seek textures that feel inherently pleasurable, either smooth silk or some stones. If you like warm sand, even some cool mud. Ooh, that sounds good. Yes, Madam Amani, we're definitely going to have to get a mud bath in. That sounds amazing. Devar, what do
Yeah,
you think? Would you do a mud bath as well?
Yeah, I'll join in the mud bath.
That's going to be a essential way of touching, get those senses going, and also some soft fur. You fur or some warm oil on your skin. Give yourself a massage. You don't have to wait for no massage. And
hmm.
then embrace warm water. If you like taking warm showers, cool showers, whatever that touch feels central to you, you want to focus on the joy of that sensation itself. And then smell. Use your sense of smell. Use essential oils known for sacral support. That's going to be sweet orange. Joy, sensuality comes from that sweet orange smell. And then you have emotional pleasure release that comes from like the yin and yang, or you have some sandalwood that helps grounded sensuality. I know you into some sandalwood.
Yeah, I definitely love that sandalwood. I use the sandalwood oil to shave with, so that's a touch sensory and the smell.
Oh, nice. See, learn something new. To get me some sandalwood there. That's some grounded sensuality. Also, some clary sage. That's for some emotional balance, creativity. Burn some sage, smell it. And you can do that by diffusing it, or you can also wear it as a perfume or add it to baths. But use that sense of smell. Then we're going to use our sight. Surround yourself with color, the color orange. That's the sacral color. Either some flowers, do art or fabrics, even lighting. Look at images that evoke sensuality, fluidity, or joyful creativity. Watch dance or flowing nature scenes. So we're going to use our sight sense. Next, sound. Listen to music that makes your body want to move fluidly, that feels sensual or emotionally expressive without being overwhelming.
Absolutely. You could even embrace playfulness and creative expression. How? Approach sensory exploration with curiosity and zero pressure for an outcome. Let it be play. Finger paint, just to feel the paint. Dance freely in your living room to music you love, focusing, again, only on the sensation of movement. Who cares how goofy you look? Cook a simple meal, focusing entirely on the colors, smells, textures, and tastes as you go. Play with clay or Play-Doh. Enjoy the tactile feedback.
That is some sacral connection. I love that. That sacral connection, that playfulness, and that unstructured creative expression, those are core functions of a healthy sacral chakra. And this bypasses the mind's shoulds and taps directly into joy and sensuality. So, key mindset shifts for sacral sensory spark are pleasures is valid and necessary. So, know that your pleasures are valid and they're necessary. So, reclaim your pleasures as a birthright, not a guilty indulgence. It's fundamental to well being and passion ignition. And feel, don't think. Consciously shift from analyzing the experience, is this passion, to purely feeling it. This warm water feels amazing on my skin. Start to feel it, be in the moment, and release judgment. Notice any inner critic. This is silly. I shouldn't enjoy this so much. Don't let that get to you. Ignore that. That inner critic is, you need to release that judgment and gently let it go. Return to your sensation. Honor, no. The sacral chakra is also about healthy boundaries. If a sensory experience feels unpleasant or overwhelming, stop. Respect your body's signals. That's self-pleasure too. So this works for when you feel purposeless and you're often stuck in your head or overthinking, analyzing, or feeling inadequate. Sacral chakra focused sensory work drops you into your body and the present moment, activates pleasure pathways that have been dormant. It reduces pressure by making enjoyment the goal, not some grand purpose, and reconnects you to your aliveness and creativity, the seeds of passion. Creates a small moment of meaning through pure embodied experience. So start small, be consistent, and let pleasure be your guide back to your spark. So yeah, we're pretty moist at this point, but the final step of getting moist is going to be our tea. After taking that detour for our sensory spark, we're going to bring it on back to our tea, and that's truth torch. So to truth torch, you can journal prompt. A journal prompt would be, what would I do if shame didn't exist? And you write down your journal prompt answer, and then burn the page. Plant those ashes in soil. Let that be your symbolic rebirth. That is a moist sensory spark there for me after all that. That definitely got me moist in here.
Oh man, dripping almost.
Right. So, Madam Amani, what if someone's passions feel extinguished?
Well, start with S, because pleasure reawakens your soul's memory.
Mm.
Eat those delicious mangoes slowly. Let the juice drip,
Mm.
metaphorically or not. That's why I stay moist.
Yes.
So we definitely have been moistening it up in here. After
Yes.
the storm, you want to talk about moisture. I was parched. I don't mean thirsty, like I want a man. I mean spiritually cracked lips, emotionally chapped thighs, sensually Sahara level drought.
Mm.
I, I used to walk around life like I was fine. Tight bun, dry humor, skincare on autopilot. But deep down, my joy had evaporated. I forgot what it meant to drip with desire, to glisten with purpose, to feel anything beyond the next task, the next bill, the next, you good? Yeah, I'm fine. But I wasn't fine. I was flaking like last season's intentions. And one day, I cracked. Not all pretty and soft like a Hallmark breakdown. Oh no. Mine came in the tub. Epsom salt, one titty out, candle flickering like, girl, we doing this? And I said, yes, I surrendered. I cried into the bath like it was holy water. Not a cute tear either. We talking snot bubbles. But here's the magic. The water didn't judge me. It held me. It whispered, now you're soft enough to rise. See, moisture ain't just wetness, it's willingness. It's how your soul says, I'm ready to feel again. And when you feel, you remember. You remember the pieces you dried up to survive. You remember the silk in your walk, the chocolate in your laughter, the mango dripping down your chin with no napkin in sight. Well, let me tell you what brought me back. It wasn't a man. It wasn't a retreat. It was pleasure without purpose. I bought a silk robe for myself and wore it like armor. I let orange oil drip down my belly like sunlight. I played Lee Vassy and slow danced with my reflection. I said yes to beauty without an audience. Yes to sensation without a reason. Yes to the simple, radical act of being juicy. I learned what moisture is: rebellion. It's how we protest burnout. It's how we unclean numbness. It's how we baptize our passion back to life. So if you're dry, don't reach for old lovers. Don't numb with overworking. Don't silence yourself with shame. Drizzle honey on your thighs. Read poetry out loud with your hands on your belly. Eat the damn mango and let the juice drip, because your body is a sacred terrain and it's been waiting for you to reign. Your pleasure is not a distraction from your purpose. It's the gateway to it. You are not lazy for resting. You are not selfish for choosing joy. You are not wrong for wanting more. You are just finally moist enough to burn. So stay wet, not just in body, but in spirit. Stay lubricated by truth. Stay soaked in sensual sovereignty. Let the world say what it wants. You be the flood.
Whew. Holy fuck. Wow, you really moistened us right the fuck up. So after that storm, we'll just be drenched in renewal. Every fucking drop is a baptism to our next self. And moisture, of course, yes, that is our soul's morning dew. It whispers those seeds of passion. Holy fuck, that was amazing, Madam Amani. Yeah, we're going to stay moist with that one. So, Devar, I'm really hoping that at this point you are not feeling left out.
No, 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 not at all. Semen release, that's purpose in motion.
Mm,
Let me show you what I really mean. We've been told to hold it in, hold our fire, hold our fear, hold our tears, even hold our truth until that moment explodes, usually in the wrong direction, though. But what if release wasn't weakness? What if it was sacred? So tonight, I'm not talking about the kind of release that comes with shame. I'm talking about semen release. Sacred, energetic, momentum expanding now.
ooh,
This ain't just masculine, it's divine. It's not ejaculation, it's evaluation. It's
mm,
purpose on fire. So let's go deep. Surrender control. Too many of us are addicted to the how. How will I make it? How do I build the brand? How do I win back time? But control is not clarity. Control is the illusion. Purpose doesn't respond to grip, it responds to trust. Write down your biggest fear on a thin piece of rice paper. Once one sentence, one weight. Then drop it in water. Watch it dissolve and say out loud, I release the how. I trust the flow. Surrender isn't giving up, it's lining up with divine timing. Let the river carry you forward. Energetic direction. Unfocused energy becomes frustration, but focused energy, that's a force field. I call this a creative orgasm.
ooh,
90 seconds of pure, unfiltered action. You write, you paint, you spit a verse, you make the call, then collapse into laughter or silence.
mm.
Release. That's your sacred burst. What's one idea that's been trying to come through this week? Set a timer. Let it out. No edits, just energy. Magnetic clarity. We all want answers, but what we really need is resonance. Don't think it, feel it. Here's the practice. Tap your chest right over your sternum. Feel the echo. Then say, my purpose is blank. Fill in the blank. Say it again. If your chest buzzes, if you get chills, that's truth.
Mm,
If it feels flat, that's fear or fantasy. The
hmm,
body always knows. Your clarity isn't in your mind, it's in your magnetism. Eject action. Purpose without movement is still a prison. So every day I launch something small. I call it a micro offering, a text, a post, a beat, a brainstorm, a message of someone who needs it. I
mhm.
don't wait for motivation. I move and let motivation catch up. So, what are you lunching tomorrow? Better yet, tonight. Your
Hmm.
vision ain't delicate. Stop coding it. Let it fly. Nurture creation. We don't just build, we birth. After the release, pause, breathe, Hold yourself like you just brought something sacred into the world, because you did. Wrap your
Mm-hmm.
arms around your body even now. Say, I honor what I birthed. My joy is my compass. This is the part we skip too often, the softness. But this is where the healing deepens. You can't pour from a dry cup, King. So refill, re honor, re-love your process. Final words: semen release is not physical, it's energetic fertility. It's not about control, it's about surrender. Not just hustle, but holy motion. Your truth is seed, your action is water, your joy is sun. So what are you growing today? And then I say a mantra. I am the flame. I plant purpose. I water vision. I birth power. And I will not die full. Now breathe that in. Let it settle. You just witnessed the release.
Whew. And what a release it was. And I definitely hope that Tristan and Milton caught that so they can learn how to release that semen properly, because that was energetic, magnetic, that was clarity on how we should be releasing that. After I'm all moist and everything, I'm like, whew, that was a great ejaculation. So I definitely want to know, Devar, can women also, can the ladies use that semen release as well?
Absolutely. Semen ain't just male energy, it's momentum. It stands for sacred, energetic momentum expanding now. It's about creation, it's about projection, it's about aligning what's real inside and letting that spill out unapologetically. Ladies, your semen release is your expression, your intuition, your voice. That's your sacred emission. Every time you speak your truth, choose peace over pressure. Post that video, write that story, launch that business. That's you releasing energy with divine intent. So, yeah, this isn't about gender, it's about sacred motion. Whatever you create from your soul, that's your semen, and the world needs it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that we can also semen release, because I am so excited. That does sound amazing. That is our voice. So, ladies, yes, we can release through our truth. We release our sacred surrender. It may sound like a whisper, but let your soul know that I trust this. And our energy direction, a roaring no or a hell yes, that shakes ceilings. And our magnetic clarity is our hand on our womb saying, this is my path. And that expression action, letting our voice ripple like a war gong, posting the art or sending that pitch and claiming the stage. And nurturing creation, that's wrapping our arms around our courage and humming. Well done, wild heart. So
Hmm.
let it rain, sisters. Yes, your voice isn't just a release, it's a holy flood rewriting the world. So, hell yes, ladies, we can also semen release right after getting moist. So, Madam Amani, what do you think about that semen release?
Hmm. I felt that semen all in my lower chakras. And yes, I consented. Let's be clear though. While our sacred masculines are out here shooting golden light from the root, I'm out here catching it with grace and turning it into galaxies.
Hmm.
So, yes, queens, you can use semen release, but pair it with your mist. Be the sacred condensation that turns sparks into wildfires. Because what we're doing here ain't just manifesting, it's water magic, it's
Hmm.
womb worship. It's soaking up divine directives and spitting out new dimensions. So let the men shoot, we'll drip with divinity and paint the walls with rebirth. Mist, moist, momentum, catch it, steer it, become it.
Become it. Absolutely. Nice and moist up in here, releasing it, catching it. I'm all about it. Yes, because that moisture plus that semen, whew, that equals soul fire. So that passion is your moisture. Passion without purpose. Purpose is your semen. And purpose is that beautiful puddle. So we put them together and we get that soul fire. So purpose without passion is forced labor. Together, you get soul fire shenanigans to fuel
Mhm.
your fire and add that flame starter to your toolkit. So the passion catalyst, you can put your left hand on your womb and get moist. My passions are holy.
Hmm. I put my right hand on root chakras. Semen, my purpose is powerful. My purpose is rooted. It's real. It's not here to beg for space. It's here to claim it. I don't move just to move. I move with momentum. Sacred, energetic momentum. Expanding now. That's semen. And I'm standing in it.
Whew, standing all up in it. And now I can stand in it with you. I am so excited. Step 1, inhale, moist. Feel liquid gold in your sacral.
Step 2, exhale. Semen. Shoot golden light from my palms.
Absolutely.
And step 3, chant. I am Passion Reactor. I burn with truth.
Yes, this is powerful. So step 4, that fierce whisper. My fire is lit. Watch me blaze. Now go set shit on fire. That was amazing. That was some amazing semen release right there. Whew, this is amazing. Because now we are going to gather around that community fire. It is community fire time. This is that time where you guys can fire off any questions, anything you want us to talk about, anything. If you want to know how to get moist or do your semen release, let us know. One question you may have is, how do I find my purpose? If I feel dry, there's no moisture. So you would have to do step 1, melt into that, bathe, cry out loud, whatever you have to do. You want to thaw the numbness. Passions hide under frozen should.
They do. To help stay moist, receive and embody reaction.
Devar, what about you?
Step 3, tap your chest right here, right where your truth lives. Ask yourself, what makes my sternum buzz? That buzz, that's not anxiety, that's purpose knocking. It's your spirit saying, this is it, this is you. Don't ignore that vibration. That's not a flute, that's your divine frequency.
Absolutely. Raise to that divine frequency. We're going to melt, breathe, cry, bathe, tap that chest. We are not staying dry over here. We're going to keep moist. So another question you may have is, what if my passion isn't productive? Well, you have to ask, is it joy? What is it? Then it's oxygen. Maybe it's helping to help breathe. I don't know. Your turn, Devar. What do you think?
Yes, semen release. Nurture it. Because listen, if your joy don't recognize where you're headed, maybe you're not walking in your purpose. Your joy ain't random. It's the compass God gave you to navigate purpose. Follow it or keep getting lost.
Mm. Yeah, that's definitely going to be your compass. Our curiosity and all of that, our joy, that's our purpose. That's going to lead us right where we need to be. I love that.
Yeah, so your joy doesn't owe anybody a profit margin. You think humming in the kitchen isn't sacred work? You think dancing in the mirror don't change timelines? Passion, that's not productive. It's the truest kind. Listen, some of the most important things I've ever done look like nothing on paper, but they resurrected me. So it makes you feel alive. It's already doing God's work. Be unproductive. Be radiant. Be loud with your leisure. That's the revolution.
Mm. Absolutely. We need that type of revolution around here. And we need to be loud with our healing and with our voice because not enough people hear it and they don't know it's okay to nurture your joy. Hell yeah.
Definitely.
So, with that, out of the community fire, that leads us to our final flames. Madam Amani, any final flames? Anything else for our listeners here?
If y'all are still here, I know you're steaming. That means that the fire caught. So listen, this thing we're doing ain't cute. It's not aesthetic. It's not a trendy reel. It's an ancestral remembering. Because pleasure is a portal and purpose. Purpose is what shows up once you stop running from your yes. I'm not talking about the watered down, sanitized kind of purpose they sell in productivity journals. I'm talking about the kind that makes your womb twitch. The kind that has your nipples perk up when you say it out loud. The
Ooh,
kind
All
of
right.
purpose that
I
don't
like it.
wait. The kind of purpose that don't wait to be validated. It arrives and demands an altar. Now let's get something straight. Being lit doesn't mean you're always loud. Sometimes fire crackles softly. Sometimes it simmers. Sometimes it hides in your tears. When you say yes to the spark, you become the bonfire. You become the holy arsonist. And let's be real. This world doesn't need more perfectly planned people. It needs the misty, messy, moaning ones who've kissed their shame goodbye and showed up soaked in soul. You've dared to
Mm.
ask,
Mm.
what if my joy was the blueprint? What if my body was the altar? What if my pleasure was prophecy? Because it is. Your yes is sacred, your joy revolutionary, your body a divine instrument of creation, and you are the match and the fuel. So
Mm.
take
Absolutely.
this
So light it up.
episode, yes, absolutely. So take this episode like a sip of warm honey. Let it coat your throat chakra in truth. Let it drizzle down your spine and whisper, you ready? Because from this day forward, I dare you to burn without apology, to drip wisdom in every room you enter, to turn your every breath into sacred steam. And remember, it don't matter if they understand you. You weren't born to be understood. You were born to become moist, magnificent, magnetic, and absolutely fucking on fire.
On
Hey.
fucking fire. Absolutely. I love it. That's what we're doing up in here. We're melting shit down, torching it down, and rising up. Absolutely.
Right.
Devar, what about
Yeah.
you? Any final flames?
Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm just a man who chose not to fold. I've walked through burnout, heartbreak, and the pressure to stay small just to protect everyone but myself. But now I protect my peace. I honor my voice. I move with purpose. Semen release wasn't just a concept, it was a commitment to stop leaking my power and start planting legacy. To any brother or sister listening, you don't need permission to be powerful. You don't need perfection to begin. All you need is the courage to show up and the willingness to keep becoming. I'm Devar Fox, truck driver, digital visionary, father, and flame barrier. And I'm here to remind you you're not broken, you're becoming. So stay lit, stay loud, and never, ever dim your flame.
Ever,
Yes, we're
ever,
not
ever,
dimming
ever.
our flame over here. Absolutely not. We're keeping that shit lit and always sparking each other up. So, absolutely, I love it. This was an absolute wonderful moist session. So, our mission this week, I want everybody's mission this week. Core mission is to go out and ignite your passions, which is getting moist. And also ask somebody to join you. Make sure they're getting moist too. Show them how and launch your purpose. That's that semen release, launching your purpose. So, moist is your passion ignition system. So, to quick recap, moist, melt resistance, thaw that frozen dream with self love baths or joys of affirmations, oxygenate desires, breathe life into buried passions with yes exhales. Mona's yeses. Intuitive kindling. Locate your soul's hum through body scans. And sensorial spark, the sensory spark. Tap into that sacral chakra, clear it out, explore it, and reignite wonder via daily pleasures, rituals. Eat some chocolate, touch some silk, or just dance around. And then T, your truth torch. Burn shames down. Burn shame journals. Either write it down and burn it, plant the ashes as a symbolic rebirth. So that's how we're going to stay moist. Moist isn't wet, it's aliveness in liquid form. It prepares the soul for purpose.
Yeah, for me, I love the semen release, the masculine purpose acceleration system,
Mm-hmm.
sacred surrender, dissolve control issues, let go of how and learn and lean into divine timing, energy direction, transmute raw energy in 90-second creative bursts, write, build, move, then laugh, magnetic clarity, tap your chest, say your purpose out loud. If it buzzes, that's truth. Express action. Don't sit on your vision. Launch a micro offering today. Text that collaborator. Post the idea. Book the space. Nurture creation. Hug yourself. Like for real. Whisper, I honor what I birthed. Reflection is how the seed becomes a tree. Semen release ain't physical, it's spiritual. It's purpose in motion, the sacred projection of your truth into the world. Semen release, the masculine purpose acceleration system now is not just a metaphor, it's a mindset. Because when a man learns to surrender control, direct his energy with clarity, and nurture what he creates, he stops spilling power in places that don't honor him. He builds legacy, and that's when purpose stops being a dream and starts moving like a mission.
Whew, I love that. Yeah, because when we're holding on to that, female or male, we're keeping that energy. We're putting it out somewhere else, that sacred projection. So perfect. Of course. So that moist thaws the soul's soil. All these S's, y'all. Moist thaws the soul's soil. And
Say
semen
that fast
release,
3 times.
right. Semen release plants the seeds. So together they create soul fire, where passion fuels purpose and purpose magnifies joy. So the closing torches, we have any closing torches from you all before we leave our viewers, our listeners tonight, to go release their semen and enjoy their moist.
Stay lit, stay luscious, stay moist as fuck, and make the universe thirsty to keep up.
Absolutely. Yes, keep them thirsty. Let your pleasures be profane in their audacity and soak the world in your fuck yes.
Absolutely. For me, shoot your sacred shot. Leave no dream unbirthed. Don't die full. Release your full purpose like your life depends on it, 'cause it does. Your gifts ain't random. Your voice ain't optional. Your fire, it was meant to burn through doubt and build legacy. So light it up, bold, raw, and unapologetic.
So unapologetic.
Absolutely. Unapologetically and moist. Stay moist, y'all. It's been great. Thank you all for getting moist with us and enjoying that semen release. I hope you all feel enlightened, uplifted, released, and these are spiritual tools. We just want to ignite these tools for you all. They're not biological weapons. So until we meet again, until we light shit up again, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a spark.